Hello everyone, Carlos Flores, back on basics. This short video is going to be about what ifs, and I'll go into a little bit more detail about what ifs. But before we get started, remember, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Back on Basics. Make sure that you hit the notification button so that way you can be notified when new videos come on. And then at the same time, hit the like button so that way you can tell me which ones you like. And so that way I can get more ideas of more topics for me to talk to you about and share with you my opinion. At the same time, if you have any specific topics that you want me to talk about, put them in the comment section. And so, what ifs? So what ifs are things that we as human beings tend to regret. It's something that you could have done, or maybe in your mind you should have done, but you didn't. And so as later in life, or even immediately after not doing this activity or thing, or anything related to life and reaching goals, you regret it. So what ifs are regrets, essentially. Because what if I would have done this? What if I would have done that? So for example, with me, I always think about, okay, what if I would have stuck with just psychology, right? Well, would I have been a researcher? Would I have been a presenter? Would I have gone through all the way to my doctorate and being an instructor, a professor at a university? What if I actually focused on English? Would I have been somebody that, taught at a K through 12 school? Or would I have been an English instructor at a community college or maybe at a university? And so again, those are the things that you question, right? And often as human beings, we're always questioning ourselves about different aspects of life. And a lot of the times, that's one of the things that I want to make sure that you understand is that a lot of times we spend thinking about the past and thinking about what I could have done. And that's one thing that I'm actually working through, because I often find myself going back to the past and saying, what if I did that? What if I did that? What if I, went into this type of education? What if I went into this type of job? And the thing is, the more time you spend with these what ifs, that's less time that you're spending on now. And so, for the longest time, and I said this before in previous videos, for the longest time I waited a long time to actually start building these topics, these YouTube videos that I'm sharing with all of you, because I've always went back. I've always was thinking about what if this happens? What if that happens? What happened? What happened if I don't get any viewers or any subscribers? Or what if my videos are too long or too short? And so, it's those things, right, that hold us back a lot of times. And believe me, it has done. I've been held back a lot because of my mind, because of the what ifs, and then I regret it. That's human nature. You regret it because you're like, if I would have done this at this time, this is where I would be. But again, that, in the present, that's not the time for you to go back and regret. It's better for you to be in the here and now, right? It's being mindful. That's another terminology that we will go into detail a little bit in a future video. Being mindful means that you're in the present, right? You're aware of everything around you, remember? And so being mindful means that you're here and now. Yes, from time to time, you're going to have to go back to the past and remember some things, or think about some things, or learn a lesson so that way you can adapt and do something better. But you don't live in the past. People that live in the past don't move forward. And again, I am pointing the finger at me, because I tend to do that. That's the thing that happens. Remember, these videos are my opinion of the topics that we talk about, but at the same time, I'm telling you life experiences. And so that's one of the things that I am working on, is being in the present. It's being in the here and now, because that way I can prepare, I can work on getting ready for the future, or I can work on getting ready for now. But a lot of the times it's just back. And so again, what ifs are not the best thing for you to be doing, but it is human nature. It does come up in psychology. It's called regrets. It's called it's just going back, nostalgia. There's a lot of different ways of saying this, but essentially what you're doing is you're living in the past, and I'm learning how to live here now. Again, one of the reasons why I'm working on losing weight is to make sure that I'm here and I'm healthy and I'm helping myself for the future, right? Instead of living in the past saying, well, I've been overweight all my life, which I have all my life. I mean, I'm not where I want to be right now still, but I have goals now that are here and now and in the future, right? There's little to no regrets to the past. I get it, right? Being overweight all my life is an anchor that I had to pull and pull and pull, and I want to make sure that you start thinking about the things that are keeping you back there in the past, right? You need to be in here in the future so that you can have that mind and body balance, right? Remember, I've talked about that in other videos, and so make sure that what you're doing is here and now, preparing for the future. It doesn't mean that you don't go back into the past. What you do is you do it for a short amount of time, and you do it to learn from your mistakes, or you do it from something that you haven't done. And so again, you're living in the future, you're working towards the future. You're looking at the past in a short spouts, so that way you can adapt in the present and in the future. And again, that's one of the things that we tend to do a lot of the times, is have what ifs. The older we get, what ifs become bigger. I mean, I have what ifs again right now, but I'm working through them, and I'm trying to figure out how to adapt myself and how to use my environment to adapt. So what ifs are, I mean, they're normal in a human life, but again, don't get stuck in the past. Live in the here and now, so that way you can change here and now, and you can start building towards the future. So again, subscribe to my channel, Back on Basics. Hit the notification button so that way you can get alerts on when new videos come on. Hit the like button so that way you'll be able to help me get focus on topics like this one, like the here and now, or like what ifs. It's one of those that may seem to be not as important, but believe me, though, that topic is big, because a lot of us do that. We live in the past rather than the present and planning for the future. So, Back on Basics. Until next time.